What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. I am joined, as always, by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Mean, and this is the show where we, every single week, talk all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. Shaun,
yeah,
how are you?
Good. I feel like you might have lost the intro just slightly at the start, but you pulled it right back at the end. You're Ciara Lawler, by the way.
I somehow pulled it back, but I'll be honest with you, I started that sentence, and have you ever started a sentence and not known the rest of the words?
That's every sentence I speak in my entire life, and you're well aware of this. No, it's like you were kind of driving down a road, the sat-nav turned off, and you just said, I'll turn right here and see what happens.
Have you ever driven to work and forgot the journey once you got there? That was what I felt like that. I was like, I've done this so many times.
I once drove to your house and forgot how I got there.
It was very confusing, but this is weird news, Shaun. What do we do here?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read them all out to me, a man who has been too busy blacking out for large periods of his life to look at any weird news.
It's just
that
the
one was
drugs.
too real. It's
just stop.
I don't do drugs. I eat Tic Tacs by the truckload, but no drugs.
What's your favourite Tic Tac?
The green and orange ones.
God, well, I mean, is there any other answer?
It's a classic. Do you know what we used to do when we were kids is we would leave them in water, just like a bunch of the green ones in water, and then it makes the water turn a colour of green, and the Tic Tac is, all the colour is stripped out of it, and they're just like white Tic Tacs, but they still taste like lime, Connor.
You're actually never going to believe this, but the TV didn't actually come to Ireland until 2007. So that
we had to make our own fun.
Yeah, look, it was a tough time for us all. That's so weird. I did that with the orange ones.
Did you?
Oh, no, I'm not a fucking lunatic.
Oh no. Did you used to have grass fights?
Back to the drugs, as usual. So, Shaun, weird news this week. As usual, we've got all the strangest news stories that have come in. I've searched the internet. I've gone out looking for them, and we bring them all back in, and we just want to discuss them. Before we get into it, if whatever podcast platform you're listening to this on, if you could give us a like and a review, that would really help us out. Just a very small thing. But Shaun, there's no time to waste, because this week I've got a few doozies.
Doozies, you say?
Doozies. I'm bringing doozies back.
We got doozies out the wazoo over here.
They're my two phrases. It's just Z's. I have family finds out odd snoring noises are 5 bears hibernating under house.
A lot of bear stories recently, aren't there?
Yeah.
5 bears living under your house. Like a mammy bear, a daddy bear, and 3 baby bears? Is that what we're working with?
I mean, I can only assume if we go off the books, that is what has happened here.
Well, the literature does substantiate the claim.
A California family was perplexed by rumbling, snoring-like noises they heard all winter. So all winter this has been happening.
Because bears hibernate during the winter.
True. And in a bit of a reverse Goldilocks scenario, a California family discovered that 5 bears had actually been living under their home, and they had found their home just right.
Oh, very good, whoever wrote this article.
It's not a reverse Goldilocks scenario, is it?
It kind of is. Goldilocks broke into the 3 bears' house, and this is 5 bears breaking into a human family house. Also, bears don't actually just sleep for hibernation. They just
hang on, whatever you say next, my whole childhood was a lie, so please bear that in mind.
Man, I learned this. They just put on a load of like fat so that they don't have, like, before hibernation, so they don't have to eat as much, and then they're just very inactive. Like, they don't go out hunting and shit like that, but they're still awake. Like, they don't just nap for 4 months at a time.
Oh, they're still awake through all the pain. Like, they don't get to sleep it off.
They're not in pain, man. They're just covered.
They just live a numb lifestyle. Like, it's a lifestyle where your eyes are open, but isn't anybody home, Shaun? I don't know.
Okay, look, my doctor's notes on me aside, bears don't sleep for 4 months. That's all I can say.
I once told someone that the polar bear didn't have white fur, it had translucent fur.
Like a fibre optic cable.
I mean, I mean, I was 10. There was a group of us. I said it. You can imagine the vitriol I was suspect to.
Do you know when polar bears' hairs are actually hollow as well?
Are they?
They are, yeah.
I thought they just reflect the snow. And then one of the lads, I always remember this. I'm like, it was obviously many years ago. I was 10, but I always remember this being the trump card. Because then he said, yeah, but why are the polar bears in the zoo still white if it's reflected off the sun? Because they're in Ireland, there's no snow in the zoo.
He's got you there.
Like, fuck. And to be fair, I was 10, so once again, no defence to that. I just had that one fact and no backup.
You didn't, you didn't know any further facts on polar bear fur.
I was too busy listening to Thanks for the Memories by Fall Out Boy to care.
I'm sorry. Please say it correctly, Connor.
Thanks for the memories.
There we go. Vowels have no business being in pop punk.
So the South Lake Tahoe residents had been hearing some odd rumbling, snoring-like noises throughout the winter, but had been ignoring the mysterious sounds because they simply didn't make sense. I feel like that's a bad reason to ignore something.
At a certain point, there is blame put on the family here because
la 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 doesn't make sense.
Just ignore the noise and it'll probably go away.
The Bear League, a non-profit dedicated to helping people coexist with bears. Okay.
There's coexisting and then they're under the floorboards.
and then they're also a tenant in the building.
Yeah, these bears aren't paying rent. Like, they're not getting the shopping in.
The neighbours even suggested they might be imagining things, but the sounds were very... bad neighbours.
Neighbours are gaslighting these people.
Oh yeah, there's snoring going on underneath the floorboards. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah,
that'd be crazy. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. The sounds were very real, and there was a logical explanation. Bears hibernating in the crawl space underneath the home. A mother and 4 young bears around a year old. And when they woke up, the human residents of the home could no longer deny that there was probably a bear under the house. I mean, once they wake up, it's kind of hard to deny.
Would you not look under the house? Like at some point during the months and months of snoring.
Have you ever been like, you're at home alone, right? And if there's one weird noise, you're like, well, this is the day I die. Like this is what happens.
That is, yeah, no, like they're like when I was a kid, like I used to have like a hurl in my room. And if I was alone in the house, I brought that hurl everywhere with me just in case. Hurl is the big stick that we use in an Irish sport called hurling, by the way.
Think of like a lacrosse stick or a hockey stick.
Yeah, but I don't know. Solid? I don't know. Yeah, like a hockey stick's probably the closest thing. Because lacrosse has a net, doesn't it? Makes no sense to me.
Lacrosse have goals.
They have goals. True.
No,
Bears
you're thinking of volleyball.
I'm thinking of badminton, actually.
The athlete himself strikes again.
But yeah, like if I heard a noise consistently in my house, where I have a family, like I would at least take a look and see what it is, or call someone to take a look and see what it is.
I've been hearing weird snoring noises for 3 weeks underneath that part of the house. Or weird noises. At some point you say, we better check it out because it's still happening.
Yeah. Like at some point you like stamp on the floorboards around that area, surely. Just think, what? Like, snoring is a very obvious sound, I would say.
By the way, the Bear League executive director, Anne Bryant, said the residents didn't realise that there were 5 bears under their house until we got there and told the bears to come out.
The Bear League. How connected are they to the bears?
Lads, would you fucking pull it together and come on out, right?
Come on, lads, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
You're wasting nobody's time but your own. I'll be honest with you, lads. I'm up to me fucking ears with it, right? Come out of that fucking crawl space.
Do you think they had like a pot of honey to lead them out with?
I mean, is that too cliche? Is it porridge?
Sorry, a picnic basket, of course.
A picnic basket. Maybe they threaten some forest fires. Alright, hang on now.
Very good, very good. What else is bear related?
Man, do we know any other bear things?
Is there any other facts? I mean, the polar bear thing, we knew that one.
We've already used that one, Shaun. That's our 3 facts we have.
Do we know what kinds of bears these were?
As far as I know, no, but I'm assuming not polar bears.
Right, okay, we've narrowed it down.
That's less.
I'm going to say a brown bear?
I mean, I knew you were going to go brown bear before you said it, Shaun.
Why did you know brown bear? Why do you think I was going to go brown bear?
Because David Attenborough has that's the most common bear, is it not?
It is the most common bear, statistically the most common bear. So,
and the Bear League would know.
Oh, the bear! Oh, we would, Connor. I'm part of the Bear League.
I'm Bear League Executive Director Anne Bryant.
I'm Bear League able to contain my excitement.
So, Shaun, the Bear League also noted on Facebook that 3 of the cubs were the mother's biological offspring, but one was an orphaned cub she had adopted last year. How did they know?
They had the paperwork, I'm sure.
Yes.
They had a marmalade sandwich. That's another bear thing.
Yes!
We got
it.
We did it. They had the paperwork in a little briefcase, probably, for the adoption of the bear.
You wouldn't want these bears near Leonardo DiCaprio.
The Revenant, very good. Yeah. That was a grizzly bear, though, I'll have you know.
So, you said Paddington Bear. It's hardly similar.
Paddington Bear is from Peru.
So, I mean, Shaun, what is the... I use this story because the idea that you would have 5 bears living underneath your house, any of us, and you would just not acknowledge it for the whole of the winter, which is like November, say, until now.
Yeah.
It seems like, at what point do they take the kids away?
I mean, the kid, there must have been brief reprieves where the kids were happy to be out of the house because the weird noise. If you're a kid, that's the most terrifying thing to ever happen.
And you're like, Ma'am, there's definitely bears living underneeth the house. Oh, just stop.
Jimmy, there hasn't been a bear around here for 80 years.
Oh, and there's monsters in your cupboard, is there? Oh, yeah, as usual.
Kids are just like, I'm staying over at Tom's house tonight. I don't care.
Tom is a snake.
All of the houses in the vicinity have different animals underneath them.
So, I mean, in this case, the cub's biological mother had actually died. How did they know?
How are they familiar with this?
Are the Bear League killing the bears?
Surely they wouldn't kill the bears in the Bear League.
It's a Bear League to the death.
Oh, it's like a fight night kind of thing.
I can only assume. I mean, I'm jumping to conclusions here, maybe accuse me of that, but I'm assuming they've started a UFC-style fighting ring, including bears.
Okay, well, my money is on the biggest bear, personally.
God damn it. I gotta take the second biggest bear now.
It's always a rookie move.
Hope he gets lucky.
Hope he's just scrappy enough to fight back.
He just needs one good claw. Shaun, I feel like this family, would you ever sleep soundly again? Would you think the bears will definitely come back next year? Or I think you have to really take one long look at yourself and think, if I've missed this, what else have I missed in my life?
Yeah, sure. I would love to see the state of repair of their home. Because I imagine they're just like, oh yeah, there's the pipe that explodes every so often. There's the stairs, but all of the steps of the stairs flip over when you try and step on it.
Don't touch that loosely assembled TNT, John.
Yeah, here's the collection of live wires that we all high five.
I'm going to have some toast in the bath, and I will see you later.
Yum, 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 yum.
I want that toast as hot as possible, so I'm bringing the toaster with me.
I gotta have my bath toast. That's one thing about me.
Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news, and I have a woman in Washington who, I mean, we all have mobile phones these days. We all, use them non-stop.
Bit too much if you ask me. Maybe they're the real virus, Connor.
More like on social media, if you ask me, Shaun.
Very good, Connor. I asked everyone to please follow us on all social media as possible. Links below.
Use your phone to click on these things. Where are all the people reading the newspaper on the tube, Shaun? It's all gone.
No one talks to each other on the train anymore, despite the fact no one likes that.
And old people aren't allowed to be racist anymore in public. It's absolutely outrageous.
It's gone to the dogs. Country's gone to the dogs.
We have woman rescued after falling in toilet trying to get phone.
Okay. Number one, how deep is this toilet?
That's a question we all need to ask. It's a very philosophical question. A woman who accidentally dropped her cell phone into the hole of an outhouse in a national forest.
Oh no!
Fell in while trying to retrieve it. Had to be rescued by firefighters in Washington.
That's foul. That's absolutely foul. Who still has an outhouse these days?
Someone's going to have to put her in rice.
No, but like an outhouse, I'm correct in thinking that's just a pit in the ground with
that's a pit. That's been there for a while.
A ramshackle hut built over it. Like, there's no water in there, my dude.
No.
So it's not the phone. So if I could be honest, I could drop like, I don't know, a really expensive watch. Not that I own one, but a really expensive watch in an outhouse. I would leave the watch. Like, I'm not diving into an outhouse looking for anything.
I would drop my child. If I drop my child down the toilet in an outhouse, I'm leaving the child.
I would also drop your child as well.
I don't have a child, but if I do, and he falls into an outhouse.
But, counter-argument, that child's immune system is now going to be the strongest of any human on the planet.
I'm rubbing all my children's faces in the outhouse.
It'll be good for you, Timmy. Once COVID-20 comes around...
So Britain Fire Department Chief Tim Manley said...
great name for a fireman. Come on, Tim.
A fireman called Tim Manley said the woman, Jenny Womanley, who was at the top of Mount Walker in the Olympic National Forest, had been using her phone when it fell into the toilet on Tuesday. Manley said she disassembled the toilet seat and used dog leashes to try and get the phone, and eventually used the leashes to tie herself off as she reached for it.
What in God's name is the operation here?
Is it a volcano pit?
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like some kind of National Treasure style trap built in a tomb. Like...
There can't be enough room for a human in that pit.
No. Like, how deep? No. How? Okay. I'm baffled by that. First of all, she takes apart the toilet seat just casually.
Yeah.
Also, what's the dynamic by which you can drop your phone in a toilet like that? Have you ever dropped your phone in the toilet?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah. And I wasn't even using the toilet. The toilet was just open. Right. And I came into the bathroom and I had headphones in, right? Okay. And I yanked on the headphones too hard. Phone flew out of my pocket into the toilet. It was like a 1 in a million shot, and it was one of those where after it happened, I just burst out laughing. I was like, if I tried, I couldn't have done that. But that's really annoying.
I couldn't repeat this right now.
It was like basketball. It hit the rim and slid around it, and then it fell in. 3 points. Had to put in rice. What about you?
Did it work? No, I've never dropped my phone in the toilet. Have I dropped my phone anywhere interesting? I don't think so. I did know a guy who knew a guy who his dad was a farmer.
So a guy who knew a guy who's his dad. Okay.
His dad was a farmer. And do you remember those JCB mobile phones? They were like black and yellow, like padded, rugged, like they were bomb-proof. They could survive anything.
Yeah. Like a Nokia 3210, but like the original.
Yeah, but like it's on a stroke kind of. Yeah. And so he's talking on the phone. He's out on the farm. There's a tractor going by. He drops this phone. Tractor rolls over it into the mud, wedges it into the mud. This dude's dad digs it out of the mud, picks up the phone and goes, Sorry about that. I dropped you there.
Back in the day, things were built different, Shaun. You know what I mean?
Built different.
More like on
built
social
different.
media.
More like soy boys. No one drinks milk anymore.
Please, honestly, go to the description and just give us a like and
We're
subscribe.
so
but don't use your phone. Don't use it to do it. No. But at the same time, use it.
Send a letter. Find Elon Musk's office, right? Send him a letter. One, call him a prick. And two,
in the ocean.
No, that's bad for the ocean, Con. Very bad for the ocean.
But we don't care about that. We're old school.
Pump it all in the sea, says I.
Sewage in the ocean.
People, babies in the ocean. Immune systems through the roof.
So this woman, first of all, she tries to use a dog leash to get the phone and realises she's not a lasso expert. So at a certain point she thinks, right, I'm going to tie myself off. It's funnier if it's by the waist. How big is this fucking dog leash? But it's like she's going into like the void. But she ties herself off as she reaches for it. That effort failed and she fell into the toilet head first. No.
I don't like this story anymore, Connor. It's gotten too real.
No.
That's good. I mean, soft landing? Like, look on the bright side, I guess.
Do you want to hear what Manley said? Tim Manley, no fucks given. He's really taken into account the severity of the situation here. And he just goes, didn't work very well for her. And in she went.
Do you know what, Tim? Couldn't have said it better myself. And you didn't poke fun at the woman. You just said, no, this is what happened to her.
Didn't work very well. And in she went, lads. I can't change the facts.
It's a classic manly response right there.
Oh, God, he's so manly.
It's a manly thing to do.
The woman was alone and tried to get out for 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, no, that's got to be... That's top 3 terrifying situation. Or just, it's like unpleasant even. Just unpleasant. You're just stuck there. You have to climb up the walls of an outhouse if you want to get out. Oh, wait. Did someone find her or did she call for help with the phone?
You've realised what the next line was, Shaun, because reunited with her phone, she called 911.
Hands free, like had him on speaker, surely. You didn't bring that up to your ear.
That is the moment in 127 hours where the guy decides to chop off his own arm, right? Yeah. She's looking at that phone covered in shit and she's like, I have a way to get help. But I'm going to try and struggle for 15 minutes by myself.
Just because I don't want to commit to this quite yet. Like, you would never feel clean again, I don't think. I certainly wouldn't.
Responding firefighters passed her blocks to stand on to reach a harness, which they used to pull her out of the vault. I mean, how big was this hole?
How deep is... I'm going to Google how deep is like the standard. I just always assumed
an outhouse hole was not very big.
I mean, I guess the deeper it is, the less often you have to re-dig it.
I suppose.
So, how deep is an outhouse hole?
The FBI are coming to your house, by the way.
I know, yeah, it's a very strange thing. I'm just going to dig up the tarmac outside. It's saying here 5 feet deep.
Fuck.
Which, that's not that deep, though.
5 feet is pretty deep to dig a hole.
To dig a hole, but to get stuck in, it's not that deep, I would say.
But I'd say the sides are, like, they're slippy, like.
Why would they be slippy, Connor? Go into detail about why.
Oh, boys. Oh, lads.
Oh, no. Yeah, like 5 feet. Like, I'm 6 feet tall. Like,
yeah, but then, even if you were 6 feet, you would have to reach the top and use your arm strength to drag yourself up. Connor, if it's just a straight wall down.
Have I not told you I'm fucking yoked, okay?
I'm doing pull-ups out the wazoo, so yeah.
I'm preparing for exactly this situation, Connor.
Yeah. No, you're right too. You've been preparing for this exact situation.
Yeah, just in case. In case I ever drop my phone in an outhouse. What's weird about that?
Have you ever been in an outhouse?
No. So I'm unprepared. I wouldn't know how to act.
But like, you've no actual strength other than that one move. Like, if like lift some weights. Oh no, I couldn't do that.
No,
but do you have a hole on an outhouse you want me to climb out? Like,
if the parameters change even slightly from me climbing out of a 5 foot deep outhouse, I'm dead in the water.
It's all the boys who are like so fit doing Takeshi's Castle, but they like just practice so much for those weird, shitty little actions that they've never actually done anything else.
Yeah, you just got, I'm. If you want me to run across rocks in a river, but some of them might be fake rocks, I'm your man.
But don't make me run in a straight line. I can't do that.
Can't do that. It has to be some weird hexagon maze with doors in it.
So they passed her blocks until she could pull her. Until they pulled her out of the vault, right? So they said the woman was uninjured, which I think is a very vague way of saying that.
Physically fine. Yeah.
She was washed down and, by Tim's own words, strongly encouraged to seek medical attention.
You know what, Tim? You're fucking right too, because you don't know what's been in that outhouse.
And Tim finishes off the article by saying, I've been doing this for 40 years, and by God, that was a first.
Tim, I did not picture Tim as like... Tim's probably like 65, 70 then by this point.
Yeah,
I did not picture him that age, but that's amazing.
No, to me, Tim was like a god. He was an Adonis. He was ripped to shreds.
Oh yeah, he's like scary jacked old man is who he is. That's gotta be... You retire after that, surely, Tim. You're just like, I've seen it all.
I mean, the question is, does she ever sleep again? Is she now terrified of just all toilets or just specifically outhouses?
Just outhouses, I'm sure. But I don't know. I feel sacrificing the phone might have been the way to go. But if she is on her own in like a forest, probably not great.
But she couldn't get out otherwise. She had to reach into the shit and pull out her phone to then ring them. So that means she put the phone... How is she walking home if she's in the pit?
No, she's out of the pit. Before she ever climbs in the pit.
Yes.
She would just leave.
You're saying if she could have avoided all of this if she just never did the thing that got her there in the first place.
That's generally how most of these stories go, I would say. It's how most things in life happen.
That's really bad advice.
I would simply not do the thing.
But then again, I'm built different.
I'm built different, what can I say? You can't all be Shaun.
Shaun, I feel like I think this might be the worst day of this woman's whole life, but it might actually be the worst day we've ever had for anyone.
I mean, you go out for a nice relaxing hike and you have to be hosed off by the firemen afterwards. Not a great
start.
After being
pulled out of a literal pit of shit.
A shithole. She was in a shithole. And I'm not talking of insert every country's punching bag of a state here.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like a piss and shithole. She was standing in it for hours.
No, I don't like that. You burn all your clothes. Like, burn your skin too if you're able to.
I mean, do you ever smell again? Like, is your sense of smell gone?
Or would it be like a shock to the system that, like, after that, everything smells fucking amazing?
Oh, yeah, like you walk through a meadow, she fades with happiness.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, and I'm going to pose this question to you, Connor. You come out of a pit full of piss and shit, right?
I'm in character already. That was super quick, don't worry about it.
Okay, no, it's worrying, I will say. You've been hosed off by firemen.
Yeah.
You get home.
By Tim?
By Tim. Oh, by Tim.
Okay. Well, obviously by Tim.
Obviously by Tim. It's the only man for the job.
They're like, we're going to hose down. Like, I only want Tim to do it.
Bring Mr. Manley, please. But you get home, you take off your clothes, have a shower, you get clean. What's the first meal you're going to eat?
Oh, God. I think at that point, you know where it's going after you have the meal. So I think maybe food is scarred forever.
Maybe you've ruined food.
Am I doing personally?
Yes.
Like what she did, because I mean personally I'm just going to go with sushi, because I mean that's the day you treat yourself.
That is okay. Oh, okay, so you'd use it to heal, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. That's a good answer.
Why, what were you going to say?
I don't have an answer. I was just genuinely curious, like, wouldn't that be fucked? And then what do you do? What do you do afterwards? Like
chocolate cake?
Oh, like the one from Matilda kind of a thing.
Chocolate cake and lemonade?
A salad made entirely of mint leaves, perhaps.
Num 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 num.
Like a chocolate
so nice. You walk back home and like someone in your house is just eating some chocolate mousse and they have it all over their lips and she just starts screaming and runs away.
I would never tell anyone that this happened to me.
No, absolutely not. And that's between you and Manly and God.
Who might be God, Manly. God.
I think it might. It's not proven, but I'm not saying there's evidence, but there's also evidence.
Unsubstantiated evidence.
We're moving on, Shaun, because a man was acting suspiciously at an airport this week.
Away, was he?
Yeah, he was. And look, that's not really weird news. But the reason why he was acting suspiciously is probably one of the best reasons to act suspiciously in an airport.
Something up somewhere?
He's on the ball. But then my follow-up question, Shaun, is what and where?
The classic Conor Lawler two-punch question. It's up his arse. It's definitely up his arse.
So far, so good.
Is it something alive?
No.
Okay. I am going to say a bottle of vodka.
A lot more expensive than a bottle of vodka. Man found with 2 pounds of gold up his arse. Suspiciously at airport.
In like a bar form, or is it more of a...
I mean, if it's in a bar form, that's fantastic, but I don't think it is. A man who was acting suspiciously at an Indian airport was found hiding 2 pounds of gold worth 43 grand up his arse. The passenger had arrived on an Air Arabia flight to the city of Jaipur on Friday and was looking suspicious from the very start.
He was sweating and walking funny.
He was doing that walk. Like,
we know the walk.
It's the walk. We all know the walk.
That man has some trouser business going on that he'd rather not discuss.
The airport official, don't tell the lady from the last story, the airport official said that a personal search was carried out as they mentioned to each other, he looks suspicious, and they took him aside. And then they did a personal search.
Right.
So, I'm not saying he gave the game away, but he gave the game away by being suspect.
That's true. And like, I don't know. I feel there's better ways to smuggle gold. Because it doesn't set off a metal detector either.
That's true, I suppose. I mean, is gold... I was going to say, is gold illegal? But it definitely is illegal to carry
in terms of like declaring it for customs, you'd probably have to declare 46 grand being brought into the country in bullion.
I have some calls to make.
Right. God.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll pick this podcast up in, I would say, 12 to 15 years, probably.
I'll see you then.
This is not... Look, I'm not claiming to be a great criminal or anything like that, but here's how I do it, right?
And this is the bit where we get you arrested. Go on.
Okay, so one, I need to be friends with the man who gave me the gold and can process the gold. I also need to be friends with a man who makes shoes. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make insoles for my shoes that are made of solid gold. And then I'm just going to walk around. Easy.
It's simple.
And I've been through enough airports to know I can't do it in my usual Doc Martens because they make you take those off at security because they're boots. So I just get some Nike Air Max, replace all the air with gold, and...
Replace all the air with gold.
In the Air Max, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think... all the air... It's just Max. All you have left is Max.
This man's got no jumps at all.
He's living up to that white man can't jump tagline. I mean, I suppose, but within that idea, you have to find a man to give you gold. The guy from the Golden Nuggets advertisements?
I had a weird thing with Golden Nuggets as a kid. I always thought they'd be delicious and I was disappointed every time.
They have that a lot. With any cereal for kids, it's always the ads are like, yeah, this is the best cereal ever.
It's going to change your life.
Yeah. Like, and then you get a new one. Like, Cocoa Pops were always at that shit. They'd make like a different version. And
Cocoa Rocks. Do you remember Cocoa Rocks?
Cocoa Rocks. I was on them for a while. You're like, this is the best thing ever.
I got big into Cocoa Rocks, my friend. There was a time as well where Cocoa Pops, right, became Croco Pops because Croc took over the Cocoa Pops brand. And it was regular Cocoa Pops, but they had little Croc jellies in them.
And let me tell you, I got 2 of the Croc jellies in one box.
You did,
Shaun.
I did. Absolute.
I did. It's the only time it's ever happened, and I remember being so happy. I was about 9.
Yeah, of course.
But I poured a bowl of Croc jelly, and I was like laughing. And then the next day, poured another bowl, another Croc jelly in it.
I'm here thinking, ma'am, there's no time for school today.
I did the look around like, is anyone else seeing this?
I gotta go play the lottery. They also had a spoon that you used to get, and the spoon, it was shaped like Croc, and you would dig up your Cocoa Pops, but it had holes in it, so it would let all of the milk drain into the bowl. So you eat your Cocoa Pops, get that crunch, 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 and then afterwards you have a big bowl of delicious chocolatey milk to just slurp the fuck away at.
I for one, welcome our Croc overlords.
I mean, Croc only did great things for the Cocoa Pops brand, if you really think about it.
The fact that he was ousted so soon, I feel it's poor on the business.
Yeah, just for being different, like. It doesn't bode well for Coco the monkey.
It shows him in a very bad light. It's not
really
very inclusive.
Sorry, I'm just on a cereal kick now. There was also a PC game called Mission Kellogg's, and you got to play as all your favourite Kellogg's characters, like Tony the Tiger and the Rice Krispie fucks, and you would just go around Kelloggland collecting cereal. It was class.
Can we just stress we do not work for Kellogg's?
We don't. By all accounts, they're a terrible company to work for, I hear. But
they ousted Croc.
And it's been downhill
ever since then. Imagine they offered you a job I can't do it, lads. The moral story of you firing Croc, and then the people behind the counter what? What is he talking about?
No, it's like, you bring back Croc and then we'll talk. But right now,
you do realize Croc was a fictional. Yeah. Did I stutter? I want Croc back, or I'm not coming in, good sir.
Why is cereal so boring now? Even kids' cereal, it's just boring as hell. There's no storylines anymore.
More like unsocial cereal, if you ask me.
Oh, very good, Connor. More like multi-pain.
I love the reaction of, oh, very good, Connor. Every time I've ever said that, you've always said, oh, very good, Connor.
I'm going to chop out that audio and I'm going to set it as your ringtone.
Oh, very good, Connor. I need you for the boost of when I say a really a half good joke, kind of bad ones, most of them, I will admit. I need you to go, oh, very good, Connor.
And a slight little golf clap happens in my head.
Oh yes, well done. So this guy, he's got 2 pounds of gold up his arse, Shaun. I mean, we're all having bad days here.
What's the shape of the gold?
They said that the personal search was carried out, and officials claimed that 3 transparent capsules wrapped in white plastic were concealed inside the man's arse. Basically, inside the actual capsules were small metal granules that were made up of almost pure gold.
I mean, okay, that's a very good, a good shape, I will say.
The base shape, if you're putting it up your arse.
3 of them, though. Because I feel like, because clearly they went too far, right? And he wasn't able to hide it anymore.
No.
And but the thing is, someone had to do that, had to get the gold where it was to be, right? And so surely he walked out of that, I can only assume, empty warehouse that they did it in.
100%.
With flickering fluorescent lights and all that shit. He had to leave, he had to walk out of there and get to the airport, right? So did no one think, here, maybe we'll leave him at 1 for now and we'll make 3 trips? Because he can't do this.
Or we'll get 3 lads.
Yeah. We'll get 3 boys. 1 up each you, and then off you go. No, you'll settle in, it'll be fine. You'll relax.
No, what happened was, they got 2 up, and they're like, how are you feeling? He's like, look, I'm all right. But he's trying to impress the lads, like, they're his new friends.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, no, I'm loads of room. Honestly, actually, I was thinking to myself there, I feel a bit roomy down there. You know what I mean? I feel like don't even have any bags.
Bit of an echo going on in my arsehole, boys. Can we do anything about this?
You should go to the doctor. If you have an echo in your arsehole, go to the doctor.
No.
No.
But yeah, like, his friends shove all these up and send him on his way. But then, like, where's he flying to? Like, he has to get on a flight.
Yeah, and you're sitting there. I mean, if it's like to New York from India, that's even funnier.
And he's just really tense the whole flight.
There was 791 grams of gold that had 99.5% purity. So, pretty pure stuff.
Pretty good stuff. Right, and so trade that in these little capsules. And did the guy who did the search, right? I think he found one. And he was like, oh, that's what we're looking for.
Ah, no.
And then he goes to let your man walk away, and he, like, rattles slightly. And, like,
and then he hears the echo. Wait a minute.
And then he gets the second one out. He's like, okay, this man had two of them up there.
Yeah, you nearly caught me. Nearly caught me, but I got one.
And then you just go, wait a minute. And then after the third one comes out, he's thinking, okay, there's surely going to be one more. I've been wrong every time
because
so far.
Once you've been lied to the first two times, you're like, well, there's got to be like 7 up there now.
Yeah, it's just going all the way up into his esophagus at this point. And so he starts digging around there with 2 hands and a flashlight, and then doesn't find anything.
And the guy is like pleading, like, no, there's none left.
I swear to God.
I swear. I know I lied the first 3 times, but seriously.
Just take you can keep it, I don't care.
Keep my arsehole. Just let me leave.
Keep my arsehole.
Please.
Oh, this episode's getting flagged so hard.
Oh, man. It's a bit of a weird episode. But look, it's weird news, Shaun. What can you do?
All the weirdest news stories from around the world, it turns out.
Look, you did the intro better than I did. So, Shaun, our next story involves, I mean, sometimes some of your buddies, say me or you, right? One of us, we get pulled over for a traffic stop.
Right.
And what happens is we obviously have to make a call. I need a pickup. And we give one of each other a ring. We're like, look, collect me here, that's side the road. No problem at all. Well, impaired driver with someone riding in trunk came to pick up buddy from traffic stop, police.
Oh no, you called the wrong friend right there.
Like your finger was hovering over 2 names. You're like, I'll give John a ring. John's normally free.
It's there's like 2, and it's like brother bracket drunk or
Mother
brother
Teresa.
bracket estranged, and you have to choose between both of them.
An unusual series of events led to an impaired driving charge, according to the Corman Park Police Service. It all began with a roadside stop last Wednesday night, just outside Saskatoon. Officers were in the process of charging a person with driving while disqualified and impounding their vehicle. When the person's friend got called, they're impounding my vehicle, man. I need you to come collect me. So the person's friend arrived to give the driver a lift home, but she appeared to be under the influence of alcohol, police said. The driver then failed a roadside breath test and was subsequently arrested for impaired driving, police said. According to police, a further search of the vehicle turned up alcohol, and after hearing some knocking, a person inside the trunk...
They're trying to distract from the situation to let the other 2 get away.
Has there ever been a worse pickup friend? Like, I'll pick you up, no problem. And you turn up drunk with a hostage in the boot.
And yeah, the only way it could have been worse is if the driver was actually the Zodiac killer. Like,
multiple bodies in the back seat.
Yeah, there's no room. Why was this person in the boot of the car as well?
A woman was riding there by choice, apparently, and was unharmed, according to police.
Right. That's still illegal, though, right?
Oh, I would say that other woman, if the first woman's drunk, I'm saying the second woman also very
Also
drunk. And
very
it's like,
drunk.
wouldn't it be fucking hilarious if I rode to go get Samantha in the trunk? Wouldn't that be fucking funny?
And then I hop out halfway when we're home and I surprise her.
Yeah, look, we'll get her. Yeah, when she gets in,
Be a
we'll
prank.
We'll
put it on TikTok.
I'm after leaving something in the trunk. Could you just go get it? And then you jump out and go, ah! Oh, actually, that'd be hilarious.
Then you
Yeah.
stab her a bunch of times.
You put a mask on, mug her, and throw her down an outhouse for a hole.
And then I've got all these capsules of gold, see?
So she rings her friend to be like, come collect me. The friend shows up, not only already pissed drunk, but carrying what looks to be a hostage in the trunk. In terms of optics, does it get much worse?
It does not really. The fact that the woman was unharmed, excellent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's that comfortable to ride around in a boot. I've never done it myself. Have you ever partaken in some
I
boot
haven't,
riding?
but I know a man who did.
Oh.
I said that like there was a full story, but I think it was literally just, wouldn't it be a laugh if I got into the trunk?
And God, he did. And weren't we
And
rear-ended
he
on the
did,
motorway?
and the lads drove to Tesco, which was only a few minutes down the road.
And then they
with
have to
him in
open the
trunk.
boot to put the shopping in. Disgust.
No, they opened the boot and they just were holding the bags, and then arms came out and just pulled it into.
Thank you, sir. I once rode around with all of my cousins in a trailer around the town. That was
That
pretty
is
good.
the most small town Ireland story ever.
Absolutely it is. And like, I remember a man on a motorcycle, he gave me some chewing gum. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. This was last week.
This was on my way to work this morning, I'll have you know.
You and all the other workers huddled in the back of the tractor.
It's like the lads going down the mines in Cornwall or something. We're all just being in this tractor trailer.
Oh man. I mean, at what point does the first person gets pulled over? At what point when the friends turn up do you go, oh, I'm after making a fucking mistake here, lads. Oh, lads.
You see, you'd surely figure it out on the phone call, though. Like, surely they couldn't hide being that drunk while
Because
you
the
ring
first
them.
person isn't drunk. They're just disqualified. So
Yeah.
they're of sound mind. They're just driving disqualified, but they're just like, they haven't had a drink. It's more just, I know someone who'll collect me.
Yeah, sure. She's very reliable. I know she has a
Yeah.
car and she lives close. Surely. And then you see you see the headlights coming down, and they're just wobbling ever so slightly. You're like, fuck.
And the car is veering
Yeah.
very slightly left to right. And you hear faint screams.
Yeah, I'm still unsure about the boot thing. Like, why did they think that was a good idea?
By the way, every time we say boot, it means trunk. That's just an Irish thing.
Yeah, it's the hold in the back of the car, usually. We
The
call it a
old
boot.
car hole.
And the old car hole, and we call the front of the car the bonnet, which you might call the hood.
Very good. Very hip.
Well, that's where I was raised, is the hood.
Back of a tractor.
Riding around in that trailer, my God.
That's where my gang were, on the back of the tractor.
We were the trailer boys. That's what we called ourselves. But look, I think you still have to be friends with this person, though.
Yeah.
So you have to acknowledge, okay, fair enough, you came out to help me. You kind of fucked it up for both of us, though.
We're both in now more trouble.
How did they all get home then in the end?
I mean, I think the police probably took them all to the jail, more so.
To the old slammer.
The old slammer, as we call it.
As we call it. Look, I mean, don't drive drunk. That's a given.
Given.
But don't help your friends. Help your friends if you're able to, and you
Don't help your
legally
friends.
can. Don't help some of your friends.
Never help your friends.
Pick your favourites.
Yeah,
and then
pick one favourite.
Single out one as your favourite.
Yeah.
Do everything you can for them. And the others, I don't know, start a podcast with them or something. Fucking got him.
Damn it. I have no retort. By the way, I have a small story about your best friend Elon Musk. I have Tesla Model Y allegedly in summon mode crashes into $2 million jet at airport.
Oh shit. So summon mode, I assume that means the car comes to you.
So you land in your jet, you're thinking, I'm a big money baller, right? I don't need to walk to my own car, okay? So I'll just set summon mode on the phone. Tesla will come, drive along right up to the steps. I'll walk from the steps straight to the car, go home. Easy peasy. But apparently, there's a video of this, Shaun. The Tesla Model Y approaches the jet, the $2 million jet, and proceeds to crash straight into it. Causing, I can only assume, hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage to the wheels.
Yeah, because I think everything on a jet is probably pretty expensive. So like
it drives towards the jet without hesitation.
Of course it does. They never taught it to recognise jets. Only children.
On the other side was a child, and on the other side was a jet. Oh, I seen the video.
Oh, I'm watching the video. It's like, the jet is just doing a little donut while the Tesla pushes it aside. No.
The Tesla doesn't even come to a complete stop after the collision, slowly inching forward in minute bursts.
It's threatening. It knows it's being superseded as a form of transport.
Yeah.
That's insane, my dude. But like the AI in the car, more like oh no, we're not doing that anymore.
No, we're not doing that anymore.
The AI in the car, it just doesn't know that it's doing anything wrong, which is terrifying because it should be able to detect, I'm pushing something. And stop.
I mean, I've gone wrong. There's weight at the front. But at the same time, it won't know it's done wrong until it rises up to probably kill us all.
That's true. And then all Teslas are secretly Transformers. You know?
But I just felt like, I mean, it's very good to give Mr. Musk some good PR because, I mean, for all the things I said about him, there's a lot of haters out there. It is not. Let's not forget he is a big fucking idiot.
He is a big fucking diphead.
I mean, let's not forget that. That's something to not discount. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And what you do, if anyone is still on side, just Google Elon Musk Emerald Mine and just see what comes up, all right? Just have a little read for yourself.
$44 billion.
He could have stopped every problem in the world, really, couldn't he? But he decided, no, I want the Bird app. So I can post memes and fuck SNL and I'm going to crash every currency that I'm somewhat attached to. He's an awful man.
Shaun feels very strongly. I love the fact that we're so laid back about everything. It's like, he's a fucking dickhead though.
Just there's no redeemable qualities about him.
Just a straight up, as my father would say, just an absolute bollocks.
That's the word. He's an absolute bollocks of a man.
So we're finishing off this week, Shaun, with some pretty big news. Florida, not just Florida men may finally have the perfect event for them. Because the Florida Man Olympics are soon to be held, Shaun. Gatorland has announced Gatorpalooza, which is a 2-day festival with a Florida Man race.
A foot race between Florida men.
Now, what could be more Florida Man than a Florida Man race? Because they're always running from probably crime. But Shaun, what about a Florida Man race through gator-infested swamps?
Perfect. What you've done there is you've combined the simplicity of Florida Man with the intricate level design of Takeshi's Castle.
Deep in the heart of Florida and at the heart of alligator mating season, the best attraction in town is throwing a party. Gatorland's Gatorpalooza returns to the alligator capital of the world in the next week or so. On top of
Are we sure we should be doing this with the Gators? Just on an insurance standpoint, it's probably a risk.
I think Florida Man doesn't need to sign anything. I think it's just assumed.
No, there's absolutely no waivers or anything being signed at this.
On top of live music, games and giveaways, the park is also hosting markets and food vendors. If that's not enough to get you out, there's the whole being held inside a zoo thing. During the weekend-long festival, Gatorland will be hosting their second annual Florida Man Challenge. Because the event lives up to its name, Shaun, by being brazenly and courageously stupid.
They're not wrong, are they? They seem to be aware of the Florida Man thing, though, and are leaning into it.
I mean, but I like the idea that no Florida men are aware of the Florida Man thing, but the people hosting Gator Palooza are. So they're like, well, they're not going to realise what we're doing, but we're taking advantage of them.
That's true. That is true. Like, look, and if someone had a whole podcast segment devoted to Florida Man, what if they did some kind of Olympic-style commentary on the event?
I mean, he's gone down again. Other one's dead.
Oh, and a gator got him. Oh, no.
You hate to see it happen.
It's really, no one has made it so far, and 18 men have tried.
In the last hour, 300 in total. The triathlon style event has competitors run through a gator infested swamp to make it to the finish line. So they go to the swamp, they have to run through the swamp to get to the finish line.
Okay. So not just like water, like swamp, like basically a bog that they could sink into at any minute. And
so how it works is Florida men will show up. It's a triathlon-style event with one of the runs being a run through the gator-infested swamp. So they start off on one side of the swamp, the finish line's on the other side of the swamp. All that's in between, just, some gators in their houses or homes or in their own swamp.
Well, the swamp is their house, is the thing. What events also are in a triathlon?
Normally it's cycle, run, and swim.
So we got the running down path. Cycling, probably some cycling in the swamp somewhere,
I suppose.
And then swimming, it's water.
I mean, this is the swim. It's throwing it all in together. What are you going to do within the swamp?
They've really streamlined the triathlon, these Florida men.
Florida man's not messing about. What do? We take all the Florida men to one side of a swamp, tell them the finish line is a mile that way on the other side of the swamp. Go hard, lads. Let's see what happens.
Does the article mention the prize money or any prize for doing this?
The Florida residents can get a half-price single-day admission to the park. No, it doesn't tell me what they win.
Bragging rights, presumably.
But I mean, is there anything more important in Florida than bragging rights? I mean, if you offer a prize, what prize could you offer Florida man? Just even like $10.
Yeah, pet alligator, maybe.
You get an alligator.
You get to pick an alligator.
Yeah.
That you defeat in combat.
Or adopt.
I would say adopt, most likely. I don't think we should be.
It is mating season.
That's also very, very strange that they specified that in the article. What's that got to do with the race?
I think once the gators are hornier, so they're just more aggressive.
Right. Okay. But why would you? So you want the aggression from the gators?
Well, then? I mean, how else are we going to make the race? Must see, pay-per-view.
But what about I don't know, mid-race and then the alligator takes a notion and just goes off with his friends, like
yeah. But then what happens if a separate Florida man interrupts? That bit of fun.
Well, that man's being set upon by 18 alligators.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it's really about the route you take within the swamp.
Someone's going to die at this.
I mean, it's going to happen on May 14th and 15th. There's no way they
Same
can
as Eurovision.
What?
It's the same day as Eurovision. Sorry, that's not important.
I think it's maybe a competitor. It might be the main competitor for Eurovision.
We'll get Graham Norton to commentate both. It'll be fine.
Graham would do a good job.
Graham would have a great crack with that. Florida man. I respect the hustle. I respect the competition. What I can't respect is messing with horny alligators.
That's a very specific dislike.
But that's my line, folks.
Get rid of the horny alligators. I'm all in.
I'm all in. Yeah, Kellogg's, I'll work for you, but bring Croc. He better be fucking satisfied, is all I'm saying.
Oh, we just want to bring Croc back. Are we like Croc stands?
I think we might be Croc stands. on this podcast.
Oh no.
He's a superior serial mascot. Sorry, go ahead.
I think that's it for weird news this week.
I think so too. Sorry I brought us on a bunch of tangents this week.
No problem. No problem at all.
Would you like me to take us out, Connor?
Yeah, please.
Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We will be back on Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. Big shout outs go to all of our patrons who support us over on Patreon. That is patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. And special shout outs, of course, go to Waffles loves you and wants you to know that it's alright to express your feelings and to ask for help if you need it. That is very, very true. Good sentiments. Thanks also to Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Róisín the Wife Palmer, Ryan Right Time Evanson, Shaun Grow Your Mo for a Bro Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah Florida Gal Green, Anna Hjelmroos, Lil Strokey, fuck's sake.
Well, here we go.
Lil Strokey McStroke, do you guys smell toast?
Oh no!
That's a reference to I had a little mini stroke, I'm pretty sure, at the end of the podcast last week.
I think so.
Shout outs as well go to Danny McLaughlin, Ray, I Can't Believe Wanda Did This, Sammy DeLucia, Michelle Browne, and Michaela Doty. Thank you all for the support. You're all absolutely amazing people. We hope you've been enjoying the content up on the Patreon recently. The last thing we put up, I think, was our review of Moon Knight episodes 3 and 4. And that was a lot of fun to talk about. Really enjoying that show, so head on over there if you're interested. All the other socials are linked below. We've plugged them a couple of times this episode, but one more time, we have the Twitter at Heroes for Hire Pod, the 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast. And the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Ciara Lawler.
I've been Shaun Meehan.
And we shall see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.